Hi, good evening, everyone. So we will start the webinar in 2 minutes. So if you would like to invite your friends and family, please do so. Share the link to your friends and family. So let them to attend this webinar. Thank you. Okay, it's 7:47 now. So good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's session. My name is Kiam, and I'm delighted to be your moderator for today's session. Before we dive into the exciting world of gold markets, let me start with a quick but important note. Today's webinar is brought to you by Bursa Goldina, a secure, user-friendly app that puts the power of gold trading in your hands. What makes us truly unique is that Bursa Goldina is Sharia compliant. The platform ensures Sharia compliance by backing all gold transactions with an equivalent amount of physical gold. Bursa Goldina also offers a seamless way to transfer your gold. With just a few taps, you can send gold to your family and friends. Convenient way of transferring gold will require physical gold, but with Bursa Goldina app, transferring gold has never been easier. Plus, if you want to redeem your digital gold, every 4.25 gram you own can be exchanged for one physical gold dinar. Lastly, one feature that really excites me is Bursa BGD exchange features. This feature is a marketplace where investors can place buy and sell order and trade directly with other investors. The BGD exchange offers you the flexibility to trade gold at your own term, putting the power of gold trading at your fingertips. Whether you are a seasoned investor or new to the market, this app lets you trade gold effortlessly. If you haven't downloaded it, now is the perfect time to explore. Tap into gold market today, right from your phone. Be sure to stick around until the end of the webinar as we got an exciting surprise just for our attendance tonight. With that, let me introduce our host, Bunjin from the Bursa Goldina team, who will guide today's conversation with our esteemed guest speaker, Mr. Hong Kok Wah, a CFA charter holder, certified financial risk manager, and head of trading at Gold Capital Growth. Bunjin, over to you.
Right. Thank you for the warm welcome, KY. So good evening, everyone. I'm Bunjit, and I'm delighted to welcome you to our first webinar of the year, hosted by the Bursa Goldina team. So it's an honor to have Mr. Hong Kok Wah with us tonight to share his valuable insights on the gold market. Tonight, we will cover 6 key topics. Firstly, we will do a recap of 2024's gold market. We will be looking back at the key trends, movements, and events that shape gold prices and investor sentiment. Emerging trends from global economic shifts to changing consumer behavior, we will explore what's influencing gold investments. Next, we will look into the outlook for 2025. So what's ahead? We will discuss market projections, key drivers, and potential challenges, followed by effective investment strategies. How can you navigate the market for the best returns? We will share approaches tailored to different risk appetites and financial goals. Next, we'll talk about technology's impact on gold investing. So how digital platforms, blockchain, and AI are changing the way we buy, sell, and track gold. And lastly, we will talk about practical takeaways for our Bursa Gold Dinar users. How can you apply these insights to make the most out of your investments? So by the end of this session, you have a clearer picture of where the gold market is and how to position yourself for the year ahead. So just a quick disclaimer before we start our session. The insights shared today are for educational purpose only and should not be considered as an investment advice. Right, so let's start by looking back at 2024. My first question to Mr. Hong. How would you summarize the gold market in 2024?
Hey, thanks, Punji. Thanks, KY. So good evening for everyone. So my name is Ong from Gold Capital Growth. Regarding to 2024 is an interesting year. The total gold demand reached an all-time high of 4,974 tons, marking a 1% year-on-year increase. This growth was primarily driven by robust demand from the central banks and strong investment inflows. Central bank purchase has been surpassed 1,000 tons for the third year in a row, with a significant surge in Q4 2024 alone, adding additional 333 tons to the global reserve. This is quite a remarkable numbers. It's showing that the gold as a strategy assets, central bank has never stopped to buy in the gold to add to their reserve. And then the gold is also served as the diversifications except from the currency reserve for the central bank. So the gold price also saw to the new highs, hitting 40 record highs throughout the years. The average price in Q4 stood at 2,663 per ounces, reflecting a remarkable 23% increase compared to the previous year 2023. In terms of the gold value, the gold demand had achieved unprecedented levels. The combination of record high price and also the strong volume pushed the 2024 Q4 the total value to 111 billion. This surge contribute to 2024 annual values reaching an all-time high of 282 billion, underscoring the gold enduring appeal as a strategy asset. The gold market in 2024 was marked by a significant fluctuations. It's because of influence by about few key global factors. The first one is about the robust central bank buying. Many central banks, including the major emerging market players, that significantly and intentionally increase their gold reserve as part of the broader diversification strategy amid the global uncertainties. This strong buying activity was a key driver for the rally. And then second is about the safe haven demands. We can see that started from year 2022, started about the Ukraine and also the Russia war, and until we have about the Israel and the Palestine. So the geopolitical tensions is from the conflict in the Eastern Europe and the Middle East to the concern over the stability of the global trade. And the war also disrupt the global supply chain. As a result, the gold appeal as a safe haven assets for the investor. And the third one is about the monetary policy and also the inflations. Based on the current economic situations, most of the central bank in the world, include the Federal Reserve and also the ECB and also the Bank of England, they start to cut the interest rate. When they start to cut the interest rate, the bond yielding and also
and also those yielding assets may become not so attractive, and the investor is started to allocate their assets into the gold. So basically, can say that under the low yield environment, it will further support the gold price. And lastly, the last factor we need to consider is about the competing factors. While gold benefit from inflation concerns and also the geopolitical tensions, its performance also kept by a strong US dollar and also the robust equity markets. So basically, when the gold price is high, it may have some not the equivalent effects on the gold. Means during the economy is good, maybe the gold price will be slightly lower, but because of inflation is a long-term factor, gold is still considered is a long-term appreciation asset. But we can see that one thing is gold can perform very good under during the economic uncertainty and economic downturn.
Wow. Wow. Thank you, Mr. Hong. That was a very insightful summary. So clearly, 2024 presented both challenges and opportunities for gold. So now let's turn our attention to 2025. Diving a bit deeper, what specific trends such as technological innovation, shifts in investment strategies, or sustainability efforts do you anticipate will define the gold market in 2025?
Okay. Over the past 10 years, the gold price had risen significantly, reaching about close to 420 ringgit as per today the price. And if we examine the trend over the past 6 months, we can see similar fluctuations, with price generally increasing. Apart from these sustained upward trends, there are few emerging patterns we can expect in year 2025. The first one is the sustainability and the ethical sourcing. So for this one, the demand for the ethical source of gold is surging, driven by the ESG focused investor. The LBMA, the good delivery standard, are gaining the prominence, prompting more miners to adopt the carbon neutral practice. In the European, there are quite some miners to fulfill about the OECD and also the ESG requirement. They adopt the RJC standard. RJC standard stands for Responsible Jewelry Councils. It's take care of about the human rights, ethical rules, and also protect the earth, and then seek social responsibility and the sustainability. So the RJC is focusing on this, and then to fulfill the country requirement, they need to buy more the ESG product. So it will stimulate more miners to adopt to shifting to these directions. And then for the second trend is about the industry and the technological use of gold. So the gold role in the electronics, AI, and the green energy technology is expected to grow, adding another layers of industry demand. However, this trend could be influenced by the policy shift in the renewable energy under the new US leadership. But for my opinions, because of the AI is start to become common in general, we also have those AI product like ChatGPT and others. With the advancement of the AI, we can see that more electronic device will be used for developing about the AI industry. And also we also have about the blockchains. They also rely on quite a number of the electronic device to run the operations. We can see that the gold demand may surge on those industry growing requirement. And then lastly, we can see that the investment strategy shift towards the gold ETF and the digital gold. Younger investor like the Gen Z and the millennials generations are increasingly using the gold ETF and also the fractional ownership to hedge against the crypto volatility. In 2023, we have a data to show that 45% of the new US gold ETF inflows come from the investor aged from 18 to 35. It looks like the youngster like to have something they can master in their fingertips. By using their handphone, they can easily to access all those platforms like the Go ETF and the electronic trading platform. Then they can feel that they have the control on their investment, and this may stimulate more demand on those products.
Right. So those emerging trends can really paint a picture of the evolving market. So with a lot of opportunities and challenges ahead. So what key factors, right, do you see driving the gold market in 2025?
Okay, in 2025, central banks and the ETF investor are expected to drive more gold demands, while the jewelry demand may remain under the pressures because for those who purchase the jewelry, they have to use their disposable income after they deduct all the expenses. But now we can see that the expenses are rising, so possible the disposable income they can use to buy the jewelry may become lesser. So it will remain the pressure to the jewelry demand. However, the economic uncertainty will reinforce the gold role as a risk hedge. This one is for the big investor. We can see those big investor or sizable investor, they may have steady the investment inflow into from the ETF and the bar and the coin markets. And other than that, the macroeconomic shift, such as the weaker US dollar and slower global growth, will also shift the gold demand. Additionally, high price and economic slowdown are likely to drive an increase in the gold recycling. So basically for the key drivers, there are several key drivers will influence the gold markets. The first one is about the monetary easing. With the expectation that the Federal Reserve may continue lowering down the interest rate, include the ECB, European Central Bank, and also the BOE, Bank of England, and a few of the developed country, the central bank. So when they cut the rate together or coincidentally at the same time, the opportunity cost of holding the non-yielding assets like the gold assets may decrease. The cost of holding may decrease, and the low yielding environment may make the gold become a more attractive investment. And then second is about the geopolitical and trade uncertainty. A Trump victory brings it with a policy uncertainty, including the potential for more aggressive tariff policies and increase the US fiscal deficits. With such move may introduce short-term volatility. They also have an inflationary effect that can further bolster the gold saver appeal. So basically from the tariff, if Trump raise up the tariff, other country will also raise up the tariff. So in the end, all the consumer have to bear with the higher price on the item they got either from abroad or either from the locally. So through the trade war, we will see there will be many countries with getting benefit from it. But as a result, we can see the price level are generally increased. So in such case, some investor is started to accumulate the gold as a hedge against this inflation trend that will be expected to happen in the future. So for the third thing is the third key driver is about the central bank accumulations. Many central banks are expected to continue increasing their gold reserve as a hedge against the currency devaluations and also the geopolitical instability. These sustained accumulations reflect a broader trend of diversification away from the US dollar and other fiat currencies. Due to the war, there are many emerging countries or many neutral countries they learned that once the country is having the conflicts with the superpower in the world, so that will be possible will happen about the sanction of certain assets. So the sanction fears is happening around the world, and we have some trend is called de-dollarizations. The central bank in the world, they may try to reduce about the dollar exposure and increase more in the gold to hedge against any risk. So if the gold will continue to remain about the strategy assets for the coming futures. And lastly, the last key driver is about the investor sentiments. As investors the worldwide seek to protect their portfolio from the inflations and also the currency risk, the gold reputations as a reliable store of value is likely to be reinforced. Growing interest in gold ETF, digital gold, and traditional bullion investment will contribute to steady demand growth in the future.
Wow. Thank you for those valuable insights into the key drivers of the gold market in 2025. So it's fascinating to see how macroeconomic factors and central bank policies will actually shape the market trends in the coming months, right? Turning to investment strategies for both institutional and individual investors, what approaches would you actually recommend to effectively leverage gold in their portfolio for in 2025?
Investors should consider a multifaceted approach that balances the risk management with strategy opportunities. There are 5 key strategies that investors can use to optimize their gold investment in the year ahead. The first one is adopt a tactical allocation approach. With the potential cuts and also the ongoing geopolitical uncertainties, adjusting the gold allocation based on the macroeconomic conditions can help to optimize the returns. A dynamic strategy, scaling exposure up or down as inflation's interest rate and also the global risk evolve, can be beneficial. So, as for example, if we foresee about there will be a economic downturns coming from the COVID, we we sell off some of the exposures that rely on the economic growth and then put the money due to the gold during the economic downturns, timing the markets, we can make some profit out of it. And when there's a war happening during the uncertainty, allocate some of the money into the gold and also can help your portfolio, the return looks more healthy compared to if you don't do any allocations during the economic downturn and the economic uncertainties. And then for the second strategy is about utilize the dollar cost averaging. Rather than this one is different kind of strategy. Rather than attempting to time the markets, investor can use a systematic approach like the dollar cost averaging, where a fixed amount is invested in gold at regular intervals. These methods reduce the impact of short-term price fluctuations and smooth out the portfolio from time to time. So basically, if you don't have any ideas how the gold price can be going, but you know that you have the confidence that the gold can be a good inflation hedge assets for the long term, and you have the long-term investment objective, probably you can from time to time you save some money every month after you finish all your spending. You save some money like 200, 300, and then you put into the gold. There will be different kind of gold investment for the investor to consider. Probably you can looking for those digital gold platform like the BGD. Minimum investment is about 10 ringgit, and then you can do the investment, and you don't need to commit much larger amount like buying the jewelry and buying the gold coins and also the bars, and then you can effectively hedge your inflation for the futures. And for the third strategy is diversified across the gold investment vehicles. Beyond the physical gold investment like the bars and also the coins, investors should consider about the exchange traded product, gold-backed digital assets, and also the mining stocks. Each options provide the unique advantage in liquidity, accessibility, and also the risk exposure. For those exchange traded product and the gold-backed digital assets, is always provide more liquidity compared to others like you having about the bars and also the coins. For this you can instantly to sell off your assets through the platform, and you don't need to worry about the generally the problem from the bars and also the coins. You don't worry about you buying the fake products. So it's homogeneous when you trade the gold in the online platform. So it will depends on the investor requirement. This is the advantage of the digital gold can be offering. So, and then the fourth strategy is about monitor about the central bank policy and the global trends. Since the central banks remains as the net buyers of the gold, keeping track of their policies offers insight into the long-term demand trends. Additionally, monitoring global economic shifts such as currency strength fluctuations and inflationary pressures can help inform the strategy decisions. So basically, we can get those informations like seeing like what is the trend of the central bank. Are they continue to be the net buyer of the gold? Are they still continue to holding more exposure into the gold by looking into the percentage of their reserve and also their strategy on allocate their reserve may offer the insights for the future like the gold price development. And then lastly, the last strategy is hedge against the market volatility. So for a rule of thumb, there are some financial experts suggest that to allocate about 5 to 10% of your portfolio to the gold can help to enhance the stability of your portfolio during the financial downturns, acting as a hedge against the inflation and also the currency depreciations. Given the anticipated economic shift in 2025, this strategy remains particularly relevant. So in summary, gold enduring value make it a crucial component of resilience and also the diversified portfolio in long term.
I see that you subtly put in Bursa Gold Dinar into your conversation. That's very good of you. Anyway, it's clear that gold remains a vital asset for diversification and risk management. Your point about digital gold is especially interesting. Technology and innovation are transforming the way investors access and interact with gold. So could you share your thoughts on how advancement like blockchain, digital platforms, or other technologies are shaping gold investing, and what opportunities or challenges these innovations might bring in 2025?
Okay, technology definitely having some interesting development in our human era. So okay, technology is reshaping the way we invest in gold, and also several innovations are set to influence the market in year 2025. Firstly, we will talk about the digital gold and also the blockchain applications. The rise of digital gold through the platforms that tokenize the physical gold offers greater liquidity and transparency. Investors can easily access the gold investment through the blockchains and also enjoying the real-time tracking of the asset backing. This is one of the innovations that we couldn't see about 20 years or 30 years ago, that we can instantly control all our investment in the handphones and also the computer easily. Nowadays we can control through the handphones, but this thing couldn't be happen like 20 years or 30 years. You have to call the broker to book your investment. So basically the digital and the blockchain offer greater opportunity for the investor now. And then second is about the advanced analytics and also the AI. With the help of artificial intelligence and the big data analytics, investor can now better predict the market movements, manage the risks, and also make more informed decisions. These tools help in analyzing vast amount of market data, which can be especially valuable during the time of volatilities. So basically for the finance industry, if we want to do the financial analysis on what is the movement of the stock, what is the movement of the commodity, we need to rely on the fundamental analysis and also the technical analysis and also the big data to indicate the investor sentiments. So with the advancement of the AI and also those AI applications, we can easily to get the advice the AI. But of course, this one should be under the guidance from the expert, how to see about the charts. And you need to learn about the skill to view on the chart. But what my mainly to say is you last time you have to subscribe some financial platform in order to get those insights. But now you can easily to get more information and with lower cost compared to the past. And then thirdly, for the technology, we also looking that there will be some trend in automation in the gold mining. So technology advancement may transform the gold mining operations to become more cost efficient. In remote sensing and AI-driven explorations are reducing the production costs and increasing the efficiency. This in turn support the broader gold markets by potentially lowering the supply costs. For my understanding, because of gold always remain good demands for these past few years, probably the cost of the gold is increasing. But in the future, probably with the AIs, the rising the AI trends, probably the automation will make the gold mining more efficient and having the cost cut, the cost lower down the futures. And then lastly, we have about the enhanced trading platforms. The fintech advancement have improved access to the gold markets. Digital platform now offer streamlined process for buying, selling, and monitoring the gold investment, ensuring that investors have up-to-date market information at their fingertips. So just like I say, nowadays everyone can use their handphone to monitor their portfolio. It gives some satisfactions and also more control for the investor compared to the past without any handphones and also the laptop. While technology offering the opportunity, we also need to consider about the risks and also the challenges from the technology. So the first thing we need to consider about the challenge is about the security and also the fraud risks. With the rise of digital gold investment, cyber trades, phishing scams, and the fraudulent gold-backed products are the growing concerns and also the news we saw every day. So we need to make sure that there's a robust cybersecurity measures and also sufficient investor educations to prevent the scams. So we always need to keep ourselves to stay updates to the technologies and also the technology scam in order to prevent ourselves from this kind of scam. And some of the things, I think that investors should looking it. Invest to do the tradings. Always look for the platform with the reputable image, and also with the sufficient strong financial capability companies before you choose the company to trade to buy any investment products. And then for those new company with short business history, you should consider twice before you subscribe their investment products and also those innovative digital platform for the trading. And second challenge is about the regulatory uncertainty. As digital gold platform expands, regulatory frameworks in Malaysia and global are still evolving. Stricter compliance requirement may impact how the gold-backed digital assets are structured and traded at the future. So properly, the KYC and CDD may increase may have the stricter requirement at the futures if those regulatory is keep on evolving. And then the third challenges is about the accessibility versus the traditional preference. Many Malaysian investors, especially the older generations, still prefer the physical goods. They would like to buy about the bars and also the coins and also the jewelry to store their wealth rather than store their wealth over the digital gold due to its tangible natures. Bridging the gap through the educations and the trust building still remain a challenge. Even though the jewelry bar coins are tangible, maybe some people may feel that it's safety when it's stored at home, but the thief issues and the safety issues is a concern, which may offer inconvenience to store the wealth. So digital gold may provide another source of alternative to store the wealth through the digital platform. It's about the price transparency and also the hidden costs. Not all digital gold platforms offer clear pricing structures. Some may include the hidden fees for storage, withdrawals, or transactional fees, making it harder for the investor to compare the cost with traditional gold investment. Like nowadays, many banking institutions is offering the digital gold and also the asset-backed investment. It's quite difficult for the investor to compare from different bank to different banks because of the pricing and also the storage cost and also the different kind of cost with different kind of NIM. So investor may not know which one is the best for the investment. So this is the thing that investor need to consider when they choose a trading platform. So the integration of technology with traditional gold investing create a powerful combinations. Always stay informed about this advancement is the key to maximize the return.
That was very insightful, Mr. Hall. So thanks for the insight. I think finally, what everyone is waiting for our BGD or Bursa Gold Dinar users, what practical tips or strategies will you actually recommend for those looking to leverage the app in 2025 to maximize their gold investments?
In summary, the gold enduring roles as a long-term store of value is reinforced by several factors. It's reliable hedge against the inflations and currency depreciations, stable bar and coin demands, favorable position amid of macroeconomic uncertainty, and strong support from the Islamic finance principles. So basically, there are quite many things that the Bursa Gold Dinar app user need to consider. So there are few practical tips which is very simple to understand to help the investor to capitalize on the strength. So so the first one is about leveraging the real-time data. So the real-time data is the free services is given by the Bursa Gold Dinar. So the investor can easily to monitor the gold prices and also the market trend regularly on the apps to stay ahead in an environment where economic uncertainty drives the gold accumulations. So by having about this real-time data, you can easily to see about the trend of the gold, either it's an uptrend or the downtrend, and then you can easily to adjust your portfolio accordingly. And the second is doing the fractional investing. With the stable physical demands underscoring the value of the gold bars and also the coins, take advantage of fractional ownership to build your portfolio gradually through the dollar cost averaging. Just like rather than you spend a big money to invest into the gold bars and also the jewelry, the small money you can save every month you can put into the BGT apps from minimum about 10 ringgits, and then you can easily to invest and accumulate your wealth from time to time. And then you don't need to time the markets. Most important, you don't need to time the market, and then you can average down your price and then get the benefit from the gold upward trends. And then the third strategy is always stay diversified. So just like we always say, don't put all the eggs inside one basket. So allocate 5 to 10% of your portfolio to gold, and then leveraging its status as a reliable long-term hedge and the safe haven assets, especially during the volatile economic periods. And then fourth is set your clear goals. Always know what you want to get from your investment. Don't speculate the price. Always know what you want for this investment. Either it's for the short term, either it's for the long term, and then try to base on your directions to study and accumulate the knowledge, and then always remain self-disciplined. If you have a short-term investment objective, always do the self-disciplines, know when you want to sell off your investment. If you have a long-term investment objective, you don't care about what is the uptrend or the downtrend of your investment, and stick to the long-term belief, like you know that the inflation is going to be 3% and above, and the goal is serve as a good hedging against the inflations. So if you have a time horizon about 20 years, always stick to your investment horizon, then eventually you may see the result at the futures. So always, and another tips is always tailor your strategy. If you have some life changes, you may tailor your strategy according to your needs, keeping in mind that the gold proven track records. And lastly, always stay updates. Regularly explore the new app features and also the global economy updates to ensure that your strategy remain aligned with both traditional and emerging trends. That's all for the strategy. I recommend.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hong, for those practical takeaways for our Bursa Gold Dinar app users. It's been a very informative session, and I'm sure our audience have gained valuable insights into both the current market and what to expect in the near future. So I just wanted to give a recap of our webinar session today. We explored the dynamic gold market for 2024. We saw record high demand driven by central bank purchases, geopolitical tensions, and inflation concerns. So looking ahead at 2025, we anticipate trends such as sustainability efforts, technological advancement, and shifts in investment strategies, including the rise of digital gold and ETFs. So key drivers like monetary easing, geopolitical uncertainty, and central bank accumulation will actually continue to shape the market. For investors, adopting a diversified approach, leveraging digital platforms, and staying informed about global trends will be crucial. Digital platforms and tools such as real-time data tracking and fractional investing provide practical ways for investors to maximize their gold investments in this evolving landscape. So that's all for our recap. Thank you again, Mr. Hong, for your valuable insights. Now I'll pass the conversation back to KY to open the floor for questions from the audience. So KY, over to you.
Yeah, now before we wrap up, let's open the floor for questions. If you have any queries about today's discussion, gold trading strategy, or the Bursa Gold Dinar app, feel free to ask in the Q&A chat. Okay, we have two questions from Richie. Everyone knows that the central bank are buying gold for reserve. It's interesting to know which country is buying or selling the most. Would you recommend one useful website that show clearer picture of the gold movement? Mr. Hong, would you like to take on this question?
Okay, regarding to the central banks, the reserve, and also the movement of their reserve, whether it's an increase or decrease, you can always go to the website. It's called World Gold Council. They provide the free data at the website. And also the gold price, they also have the chart data inside there. You can easily to get the most of the gold information you need through that website.
Thank you, Mr. Hong. So make sure you go to the World Gold Council website to have a look on the information that you need. So next we have another question from Sanjeev. What are gold-backed digital asset? Boon Jin, would you like to take on this question?
Yeah, sure. So example of gold-backed digital assets are like cryptocurrencies or tokens that are pegged to the value of physical gold. I think the key difference between Bursa Gold Dinar and these gold-backed digital assets is that all gold sold on Bursa Gold Dinar is backed by actual physical gold, which you can actually redeem at any time. Hope I answered your question.
Okay. So to summarize just now for the gold-backed digital asset, so it's a digital asset that is similar with your cryptocurrency that is backed by gold value. Do we have any more questions from the floor? All right, we have another question from Karen. So why Bursa Digital Gold doesn't have daily or weekly, monthly minimum amount auto debit features from bank for the dollar cost averaging strategy? Wenji, would you like to answer this?
Sure. I think we just launched our app last year, Karen. So I think we are in the midst of developing the auto debit function. Yeah, just be a bit patient, and I think it will come very, very soon.
So we have another Mr. KN, you raise your hand, but however, our webinar we can only for typing, so perhaps you can type your question in the Q&A section. It's just beside the chat on top of the toggle. And no as well. Okay, we have another question from Sivanesan. So any advice on buying and selling gold for short-term gold? I think the price are going up quite steadily starting January. Do you foresee them coming down anytime soon? So Mr. Hong, would you like to provide your insight for the gold price movement? Mr. Hong, I believe you have muted yourself.
Hi, KY.
Yeah, okay.
Basically, according to my understanding, for this coming 1 or 2 years, we have so many analysis, the article, and also the research is point to higher gold price for the coming 1 to 2 years. And if they want to buy at the low, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how low it can be go, but I'm sure that there will be some high maybe achieved at the coming 1 years or the 2 years before the new factor coming in. But for the current existing factor, we see that the gold price is at the upside, and some of the brokerage house saying that there are quite a lot of buying at the US and China and few couple of countries. They are continue to buy the golds, and then make out the physical gold premium is increasing, and then for the advice is short term, I wouldn't know how low it can be go, but long term, I think that the gold price is in the uptrend.
Thank you, Mr. Hong. I believe like Mr. Hong is not giving just a disclaimer again, so we are not giving any financial advice here. So it's just like for educational purpose, and like we share it more. It's more to a sharing session. So let's move on to the next question. Why should I invest on BGD when there are other platform offering gold? Boon Jin, would you like to take on this question?
I can't say no, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think BGD or Bursa Gold Dinar actually stands out by offering direct physical gold ownership. strict Sharia compliance and a strong regulatory oversight over Bursa Malaysia, as you know. So unlike many other platforms, it actually guarantees real gold backing, secure storage, and also option for physical withdrawal. I think one of the most important things is our competitive pricing. It actually ensures a lower spread compared to other platforms. So while some platforms may offer lower fees, they often lack transparency and direct gold ownership. This actually makes Bursa Gold Dina a secure, ethical, and reliable choice for tangible gold investments.
Yeah. So thank you, Bunjin. So let's go to the next question. What are the uniqueness of the Bursa Digital Gold app? Bunjin or Mr. Hong?
Yeah. I think the previous question actually explains the uniqueness of the BGD app lah. Basically, our spread, like I mentioned, our spread is actually much lower compared to other platforms, right? And again, I repeat, we are actually backed by physical gold, right?
I think I would like to top up some more lah. Like for example, Bursa Gold Dina is the uniqueness. Also, we have like other features. For example, the transfer gold to friends and family. So you can just scan their QR code as long they have download the Bursa Gold Dina apps and they have account, and you can scan the QR code and then you can transfer the gold. So it's a very easy way to transfer the gold. So let's move on to the next question. So there is another question follow up by Sanjeev. Which crypto asset backed by gold? So Sanjeev, for this one, the question I have searched just now internet, like some of the gold that Perth Minted have come up with a gold token backed by gold. So for further information, you can search from internet. So okay, right now, because can we take on one more question? So another question from David Yong. So gold price is historical high now. Any projection on how high can the price go in 2025? Mr. Hong?
Okay, maybe I share some forecasts. The JP Morgan is forecast, the JP Morgan banks is one of the well-known brokerage provider for the commodity. They forecast the gold price can go as high as 3,200 per ounces. This is what their analysts forecast about the gold price. So take it or not, it's up to the investor, but looks like the fundamental factors currently we have is supporting about this higher gold price.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hong. So thank you everyone who posed question in our Q&A. However, because like short of time, we don't have time to answer all questions. So we would like to apologize. So do feel free to drop us an email so we will reply you personally on your question that you have. Our email address is bgdsupport. So thank you to everyone for the insightful question. Before we conclude, here is a final reminder to take action on what you have learned today. For those ready to start or grow your gold investment, we are offering an exclusive trade. Download the Bursa Gold Dina app today, invest just 100 ringgit and use the promo code BGDWeb1 to claim 0.03 gram of gold for free. Let me repeat, the promo code is BGDWeb1. This is a limited time offer, so don't forget to share it with your friends and family. It will kickstart their investment journey too. If you haven't downloaded the app yet, scan the QR code on your screen now. Remember the promo code BGDWeb1 during the registration to unlock your reward. Besides that, we would like to hear from your feedback. Simply scan the QR code to share your thoughts. For further assistance, email us at bgdsupport@bursa malaysia.com. Thank you for joining us today. Let's make 2025 a golden year for your investment. Wishing you all a wonderful evening and happy trading. Thank you, Mr. Hong. Thank you, Boon Jin, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.